Long ago in the world of Minecraft, there was a guy named Lunar who was very clumsy. One day he was walking through the woods when he tripped over a tree root and fell straight into a huge hole. And this hole just kept going down and down and down. So Luno grabbed onto some vines to slow his fall, but it didn't really help that much. But after about 40 seconds, the falling finally stopped. He had landed in a big pile of sand. He quickly noticed a staircase nearby and climbed up to find himself in a dark underground cavern filled with water. He swam to a nearby beach and got himself a wooden pickaxe and started mining away the sand to reveal an absolutely massive underground base. But as soon as he broke enough sand, he heard a loud noise. "What was that?" he asked. Nobody replied. So he continued mining until he heard the noise again. "Hello? Is anyone here?" he shouted. But once again, nobody replied. Liner continued exploring and eventually found a ladder leading all the way up to the surface. Finally, "I can get out of this place." But when he climbed up, he realized that he wasn't in the same forest that he fell into. He was actually in a massive village made completely out of concrete. It looked amazing. And he could see a tall tower in the center with a bunch of redstone contraptions on top. He walked around the village looking for someone to talk to, when suddenly some guards came out of nowhere and surrounded him. They were all wearing iron armor and helmets with visors, so Liner couldn't even see their faces. Hi guys," he said. "Why did you bring me here?" One of the guards demanded. "Bring you where?" "Well, this place looks nice and all, but it's not my home. I live in the forest." The guard rolled his eyes. "Look, just come quietly." So they all walked together towards the center of the village, where there was a giant obsidian pyramid. They went inside and walked up a long hallway, until they reached a large room with a huge bed in the middle. On the bed was a man wearing a crown. He looked very important. "You may take off your helmet now," said the man. And the guard took off his helmet, revealing a face that Liner knew very well. It was his friend Joe. "Joe, is that really you?" he asked. "Yeah, it's me. What are you doing here?" "I was mining, and then I fell into a hole, and now here we are." "Okay, but why did you bring me here?" "Because this is eating civilization. You're now part of our society." "Eating what?" "You heard the name of this place? We love to eat here, especially cake." "Would you like some cake?" Sure." Joe took off the helmet of another guard, who turned out to be James. "James, give our guests some cake." James nodded and gave Lenore a huge slice of delicious cake. "So, what do you guys eat exactly?" "We eat everything. Mostly villagers, but sometimes animals too. Usually sheep or chickens." Oh, okay." He ate the rest of his cake. "Do you have any more food? Because I'm actually starving." "Sure, whatever you want. Just don't ask for Steve. That guy never stops complaining about being hungry." James gave him a big stack of pork chops and a bowl of soup. "Thanks. This is amazing." Then he proceeded to eat everything. Even though he was stuffed, he still felt like he could keep eating forever. A guard approached him while he was eating his chops and said, "Listen, if you don't mind, we'd like you to stay here permanently. You can't leave." "Wait, what? Why?" "Well, we don't have many people here. You can join us as a guard." "No, thanks. I'd rather go home." "Too bad you can't." The guard tried to punch him, but Lorcan dodged. Then he ran away as fast as he could. He ran past James and Joe, who both looked very surprised to see him running. He tried to open the nearest door, but it was locked. He tried to break it, but it was made out of obsidian. Suddenly, he heard the sound of many footsteps. Oh! He turned around and saw hundreds of guards chasing after him. He ran out of the building and into the village square. He could hear them getting closer and closer. He tried to hide behind a villager, but it didn't work. They all surrounded him. All right, I give up. What do you want?" "You will become part of our society whether you like it or not." "Okay. The guards grabbed him and dragged him back to the pyramid. They threw him into a nearby cell, which just happened to be empty. As soon as the door closed behind him, he heard a familiar voice. "Hey, what's this place? Are we playing Minecraft right now? Are those villagers? Oh, hey, Liner." It was Steve. "Steve, what are you doing here? How did you get captured?" "Well, I was wandering through the woods when I saw a giant chocolate cake lying in the grass. So I picked it up and ate it without knowing it was poisoned. Then I got really dizzy, and the next thing I knew, these guys dragged me here." "Me too. Except I didn't eat cake. They just brought me here." "Wow. So, how do we get out of here?" "I have no idea. I only know that this place is called Eating Civilization. I wonder what that means." The door opened and James entered. "What's the meaning of this?" "There's supposed to be one person in here." "There is. But somehow this guy snuck in too." "Oh, it doesn't matter. Both of you will be put on trial for trespassing." "What? No, you don't understand. We didn't mean to come here. We accidentally fell into a hole. There was no way for us to know this place existed." "That is irrelevant. The elders will decide your fate." Liner and Steve were led into a giant room where several villagers were sitting. They were all wearing robes. "Greetings, elders," said James. "These two trespassers have ended up in our village, and now they must be punished." What should we do with them?" asked one of the elders. "We could turn them into zombie pigmen." "Good idea, but I think I have a better one." "Why don't we feed them to the big one?" "Ooh, yes, let's do that." The elders all agreed. They dragged Luno and Steve to the center of the room, where there was a huge furnace. "Wait, what? No, please don't kill us. It's too late. You're already food." The guards shoved them into the furnace, but it wasn't hot at all. In fact, it was freezing cold. What the? Suddenly, the furnace emitted a bright light, and when the smoke cleared, Luno and Steve were gone. James was the first to speak. "Where are they?" "I don't know." "Where did they go?" The elders had no answer. They all stared blankly into the fire as Luno and Steve appeared on a dirt path above ground. "What? How?" Luno asked. "How did we get out of there?" "I don't know, but I think that was a pretty close call. Yeah, let's never go back there ever again." And with that, they walked away from Eating Civilization and hopefully never came back. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Goodbye.